Number 10. Hidden Mickey. Most are already familiar with the concept of the Hidden Mickey, but for those who aren't, essentially it refers to the hidden images of the famous mouse hidden around every single aspect of the Disneyland complex, from the rides to the sewer grates. First spotted in 1989, Disneyland's 50th anniversary saw 50 new secret Mickey images being dotted around the parks. That's also the first time Disney made anything approaching an official statement on the matter, though all employees are still instructed to deny all knowledge of their existence. I knew there was something untrustworthy about that little mouse. Number 9. Secret Bar. As you watch hurried parents walking around Disneyland with their gang of rowdy kids, you can see in their eyes a look that they would sell every last one of them right that moment for a good stiff drink. What they don't know, chances are that there's actually 2 places within Disneyland that you can get one. One is the Magic Kingdom, a Little Mermaid themed restaurant in testament to Ariel's horrible alcoholism. The other is the elusive and mysterious Club 33. Reserved only for specially approved members, the New Orleans Square-based Club 33 has a 10-year waiting list and boasts a host of exclusive privileges. Apparently, there's nothing the uber wealthy like to do more than hang out at theme parks. Which is surprising, but I think it's more depressing in its own way. Number 8. You too can be Huckleberry Finn. While Disneyland is more famous for catering to the more adventurous at heart with a variety of extremely state-of-the-art and death-defying roller coasters to make you want to throw up all the overpriced junk food you've been eating, what is a little less known about Disneyland is its offering to those seeking a quieter ride. One of the more relaxed attractions is Mark Twain's Riverboat, offering you an exact replica of the boats found in Tom Sawyer and Twain's other works. Taking you on a 12-minute journey through the past on the rivers of America. It may not exactly be a thrill seeker's paradise, but at least you won't have a headache when you get off of it. Number 7. Underground Tunnels. Disneyland is a sprawling area of activity, and it takes a lot of people to keep it running day to day, from those poor devils who spend their lives in those costumes to the lucky janitors who get to clean up the puke of spoiled kids. They need to get around, and old Walt didn't want your magical day being ruined by actually having to be interrupted by someone who has to work for a living. So the park built on top of an elaborate network of roads and paths so the slaves, staff, could move freely all over the park without ruining the fun of its highly sinister, utterly magical kingdom. Number 6. Basketball in the Matterhorn. The Matterhorn Mountain Bobsleds, certainly not one of the star attractions. So much so, they didn't even bother finishing the construction of the French equivalent when the Paris park was built. But despite being somewhat unloved by the park visitors, the staff certainly find plenty to love about the model of the real Swiss mountain, largely due to the lack of customers they had to deal with and the basketball court hidden inside. That's right, the staff had a break area and basketball court accessible only to them. And though the break area has since been moved, many staff say the court and hoops are still there. Though you'll be flying down the bobsled so fast, you'd never have a chance of seeing it. Number 5. The Feline Kingdom. Some say it's Walt's ghost that prowls around the Magic Kingdom when night falls, but in truth, if you manage to sneak in after dark, you're more likely to find an army of once feral cats roaming. Initially considered a pest, the cats were soon seen by one enterprising manager as more of an opportunity, as they offered the perfect solution to an even bigger problem the park had. Mice and rats. You'll likely never see the army of Magic Kingdom Moggies though, as during the day they are kept below the park in the sprawling network under the park where they are fed and housed, but once night falls, they're released. It seems Disney only likes mice when they're in the form of a creepy 7-foot tall costume. The real thing? It seems that they don't like it so much. Number 4. Smellitzer. Is that some kind of ride? Nope, just another example of why Disney is without a doubt one of the most sinister organizations around. Not content with providing you a great day out with your family that you will enjoy for life? Oh no, your creepy Uncle Walt wanted you to remember what he wanted you to. Rise the Smellitzer, a scent generator, designed to bring you the right smells at the right time so old Walt can inspire the right Proustian memories associated with smell. And it's been an idea that's taken off too, as other theme parks have adopted the concept. The exact nature of Mickey's musk, though, remains a closely guarded secret. Number 3. They control time. You know the feeling. You're standing there in line with a headache, sugar rush, and aching feet, and there's still hundreds of people ahead of you in line. We both know it's the worst. I mean, who honestly wants to stand around with other people in the blazing hot heat? I know I don't. Disney knows that too, but waiting times are something difficult to avoid in a busy park. So rather than try and engage people who are waiting and provide them something to do, they decide to take a tip from the airports and drunk men all around the world, and just plain lie to you. Airports and drunken men deliberately skew the timings to their passengers and wives, respectively, so that when things come in early, they are elated and don't kick off about the wait. Disney does the same thing. The clocks run ever so slightly slower than they should. So you don't notice that you've spent 30 years in line for a Coke and some candy floss. Number 2. Splash Mountain or Stalag 17. Have you ever seen a security guard at Disneyland? The chances are no. Or if you have, it's been for a fleeting moment at best. Further pushing his desire to be the creepiest individual in the known universe, Old Man Disney has implemented a long-standing system of plainclothes security guards to keep the peace in his parks. It rather takes the shine of Mickey as an innocent, lovable character when you learn that he actually has his own secret police, who will swipe down on you like a ninja attack team if you so much as drop a burger wrapper on the floor. And rightly so, you littering swine, you. Number 1. They hide the dead. People could die at theme parks for all sorts of reasons. Eating too much candy, being old as hell, or just backchatting granny once too often are all potentially fatal activities. But something that's rarely mentioned is how many people die due to staff and faulty attractions. Think of how many people visit Disneyland in a single day, and how often you've ever heard of a news story about someone dying there. The correlation just plain doesn't match. They're suppressing these fatal instances to protect their reputation. Obviously a sound business move, but it could be argued that certainly it's a pretty dismal moral one. So don't let that mouse lead you astray. He's got blood on his gloves.